to another edition of Living in Shelby Township. I'm Kelly Kasuda, and here today there's a big new addition in the township. So I'm sitting with Board Trustee Lynn Wilhelm and Director of Parks and Recreation Joe Youngblood. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks for having us, Kelly.
Big announcement. You know, it's now made news, and we can finally talk about it, but we have a new activity center coming to Shelby Township. Tell us a little bit about that.
We do. Well, we've been working on this for about a year and a half. We had an advisory committee of about 6 or 7 people, all that had a little stake in the game here, and we were looking at a new senior center, a new library, and a new communications center. So we finally, and I'm going to let Joe take this and tell you all the exciting news about it, but we had plans on the table. We were just about ready to roll out, and then something exciting came up. Yeah. And so we went in a different direction, and now we have the Boys and Girls Club.
And this has been something that we've been talking about for years. You know, it's no secret that we went through a lot of different thoughts and processes.
Yes.
You know, first we were looking at Ewell, the old school, and then we were looking at, okay, what are we going to do here? So I think everyone breathed this sigh of, not relief, but excitement that something is happening. So what is going to be in the old Boys and Girls Club?
Well, and I just want to backtrack a little bit, Kelly, on a little history on this. Back in 1995 was when the Boys and Girls Club opened. And I remember being there in the grand opening, sitting in that room and taking a tour of the building and thinking, gosh, if this place ever closed, what a great senior center and Parks and Rec facility this would be. And how ironic the timing, we're going through this whole process and we find out it's for sale. And over the years, I talked to Supervisor Stathakis many times saying, boy, if this ever happened, it was kind of a wish. And it finally happened, and like I said, the timing was unbelievable. So here we are, and we're excited to have the Senior Center and Parks and Rec in this facility with the Shelby Township Activities Center. So, and to your question, Kelly, during the day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., we'll have the Senior Center activities, just like we do at the existing Senior Center, although we're going to have many more activities because of the size and the classrooms we have. After 5 o'clock, we have the Parks and Rec in there. And in a minute, I can get into all the different activities we'll have for the youth of the community.
Yeah. Well, and so, okay, so we're going to have Parks and Rec and the seniors. Now, a lot of people are wondering what happens then to the library and what happens to the communications. Because the court's moving on campus with where the township building is.
Yes. Well, our plan is to roll it out in the next 3 months, so that will be the next step.
All right. Everyone hold tight. Hold tight.
That's right. So we're really excited about that, and we'll be able to share some good news soon. But the great thing with the new activity center is that we saved the township almost $1.5 million.
I was going to ask that because we're known for being fiscally responsible.
Yes.
So with this building, what goes in? Does it need any type of renovation?
It'll need about $1.5 million renovation, but it's bigger. We have more amenities that Joe was talking about, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more.
Yeah, what are these amenities?
Well, and that's the thing, Kelly, is we've been working on, we have this beautiful gym in there. It's full-size gym, hardwood floors, just been replaced in the last 5 years. And it also has a curtain so we can have 2 activities going at one time. So that's the nice thing about it, and that's one thing we don't have for the seniors. So we're really going to look to attract the seniors that are the active seniors as well as the seniors we have now. But now we can have pickleball in there. We can have volleyball for the ages 50 and over. We can have basketball for just the seniors. We can have walking in there in the gym. That's just the gym itself. Now we have arts and craft area, computer lab, leisure area, much larger cafeteria for dances. So, I mean, we can go on and on and on, but we're just so excited about what we can
will
have.
there be pickleball for people my age? Because I've heard that is so fun.
It is. During the day, we're going to have pickleball, and then also we're going to have some weekend pickleball for the population 50 and under.
Right. Now, for the youth, you mentioned youth. Because that's something that you don't have as the Parks and Recreation Department. Now you don't have that space. I don't know if people know where the Parks Recreation building is, but it's a pretty small space. And so now you get to expand. Will there be activities for kids? Or, the Parks and Recreation Department does a ton of activities for the community. So will there be more of that?
Yes, there will. Right now we're at the mercy of the school system, and we know they have a lot of their own leagues and sports going on right now. So is what we're going to do for grades 1st through 6th, we'll have a wonderful basketball league, and then we're going to have the junior high basketball league and then high school basketball league, as well as 18 and over adult basketball league, which we had years ago. We had 20 plus teams, but When Title IX kicked in the MHSAA school system, we weren't able to get in there. So now we're excited to get that back. We're getting calls from the community about getting the basketball. Now we can have youth volleyball, which is very big right now. We can have adult volleyball in there as well. So we, like I said, we have this from 8:30 in the morning till 10 at night. All the different activities we can have in the gym. So we're excited to share that with the community as well. Not to mention the 8 acres it's on, with a soccer field, baseball field, and the different activities we can have for the youth as well as for the seniors. So a lot of good things over there.
Yeah.
Right, we couldn't do that if we had it on the campus.
Correct.
So.
Right, there's only so much space.
Right, right. So we're excited.
And you have that big train too in the middle. Now, from the board standpoint, what can we expect for when this will be done and ready to go? When can we start seeing a ribbon cutting? Is that something that's at least in the forefront?
They have a short timeline. They still have some things to do to finish up with the purchase of the building. And then after that, they will plan a groundbreaking. I think that'll happen in May.
Correct.
And it should be done fairly quick. So we're pretty excited about that, right? And the best part is, Kelly, we paid for it with cash.
Get out.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So,
amazing.
I think it's just going to be a fantastic addition to the community.
And, we did talk about this because we are well aware that the closing of the Boys and Girls Club is a huge loss for the community. It really is. But what's nice, at least from my standpoint, is that it's not a strip mall going there. It's not being demolished. It's not being taken away. It's going to be repurposed in some way. As community members, was that kind of this feeling when in talks to purchase?
I think we all jumped in the car and ran right over there, so yeah.
We did. We couldn't get over there fast enough. And anytime you can use a building that's existing, and especially a building that's this nice. And one thing I can tell you, after the renovations, when our residents show up in May, they're going to see a brand new building in there because it's going to look beautiful
fantastic
with the things we're doing in there.
Absolutely. Yes. Is there any thoughts about what will happen to this building afterwards? I know that this building has been around since the years of disco. But has there been any talks about that?
Not solid, but I believe they'll probably sell the property. So.
It's hard once you're trying to move and do new things. There's
Right.
a lot of moving parts to this.
Yes, there really is. And when it's all said and done, the bottom line is for the community, it's going to be a beautiful facility. And being the Parks and Rec director, I can't be more excited for the seniors and just everyone else in the township for have this beautiful facility.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too. I just want to thank our advisory committee too. They worked very, very hard to make this happen and supported Joe and what his ideas were and plans. So we're really happy that this happened, and we can take a sigh of relief because it was great. So.
Well, and I feel like you had a crystal ball back in '95.
Well,
you knew, you had it, you saw it, you knew.
it is funny how things work out, that's for sure. But obviously this couldn't be done without the support of the board, and they know how important it is for the community. And that's what you have to have to keep the community going and providing recreation and new activities. And I think Township Board nailed it here.
Yeah, so come spring of 2019,
Yeah.
we should be seeing a new activity center for Shelby Township.
That's right, Kelly.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you both so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you.
And join us at that ribbon cutting in the spring.
Yes, please be there.
All right.
Dogs, puppies, good boys, and our best friends. There's no better way to bond with them than spending time outdoors. But when it's time for them to go, make sure you pick up their poop. It prevents germs from spreading and keeps the parks clean. Thank you for continuing to make Shelby Township a great place to live.
Take a look. Branching Out is a brand new publication that highlights everything going on in Shelby Township. So if you're looking for a Parks and Recreation event or something to do at the library, you can flip through one of these. Our Robert Gambrell has more.
The Shelby Township newsletter was just mailed out. It's now called Branching Out, and all the residents should have this in their hands by now. And this is mailed out 3 times a year, and it has all the activities that our Parks and Rec department offers from yoga classes and especially this time of year, though, the special events we have coming up for the holidays. Halloween we just had wrapping up here coming up, and also the holiday events for Breakfast with Santa, Dinner with Santa, and many other programs. So make sure for our residents, hold on to that newsletter and keep it in the, put it up on the fridge, keep it in the kitchen, somewhere that you know you're going to use it, because this goes all the way from the fall through the winter. So many different activities in here.
Joe Youngblood is very excited about the Branching Out catalog. And there's one special event he would like for you to check out.
One special event we have in our newsletter is the Christmas Aglow. This is what we call the kickoff to the holidays for all of our residents here in Shelby Township. We have Santa Claus makes a visit to Shelby Township, and he always tells us this is the favorite place to stop at. So make sure the Christmas Aglow, first Thursday in December for all of our residents. So that is in the newsletter, Branching Out, as well as many other special events we have.
For Living in Shelby Township, I'm Robert Gambrell.
Something spooky just invaded the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. And no, it's not a horde of zombies or a coven of witches. It's just the Haunted Nature Center. Let's watch Kyle Warzabot go through this kid-friendly house of horrors.
Now, I'm not partial to haunted houses, so I was a little nervous about going to the Haunted Nature Center. But I heard that the Witchcraft and Wizardry Emporium from Hogwarts was in town, so I stopped in to check it out.
Now, if you decide that you're going to be attending Hogwarts, you, as a first-year student, need to purchase all of these textbooks. So every student will require those, as well as a robe for school. Now, we also have wands here, and it's important that you note that the wand chooses the wizard. The wizard does not choose the wand. We also have a lovely traveling case for young wizards. It has vials of all the potions you could possibly need. There's also a spot for your wand, a golden snitch, and a time turner. We also have every potion you could possibly need here and over here. I know this for a fact because I was the former professor of potions at Hogwarts for 2 years running. Now, before you can make a purchase, I need you to show me your Hogwarts ID. Do you have one? No? Well, that's all right. I've got some candy here for you anyways.
Free candy? So far, so good. Now, what's next? A live surgery? Great. I'm about to lose my candy.
Here's the anesthetics, and hopefully this will make sure the patient doesn't feel like anything. We've had reports of some headaches happening, but that's all right. That'll be solved in like a few hours. And oh yeah, this patient had a lot of trouble hearing the TV last week, and they said they couldn't hear anything last few days, so hopefully we can fix that. Let's see what's... Oh, they had a potato in their ear. Of course they did, yeah. They might need to clean that. Hopefully the doctor doesn't cook it this time, because that didn't taste so good. No, that tasted kind of nasty. Yeah. Oh no, there's something wrong with their arm too? What could be wrong? Oh, they had an extra funny bone. Yeah, that one always makes me laugh. That happens with a lot of comedians that come through here. Yeah, they're just very funny people. And oh no, there's something wrong with their ankle too. Yeah, they did say they tripped the other week, didn't they? Oh, what? Oh, they must have wrenched their ankle, yeah. Of course they wrenched their ankle. Yeah. And what else could be wrong with their leg? They must have had trouble walking. What? Oh, they had a Charlie horse, yeah. Of course they had a Charlie horse, yeah. That must have hurt really bad too. Have you ever guys had one of those? Charlie horse? Your leg cramps up? Oh no, the doctor got out their plunger. That means it's really serious. There must be something lodged in the patient's throat. No, I don't know what to do. Doctor, please get it out. Oh, what could it be? Oh no, it's coming. Oh, they had a frog in their throat. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Oh gosh, we'll take good care of that frog, I promise you.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. What's next? Carnivorous plants that eat invasive species. This I gotta see.
Have you tested this thing?
Of course I have. That's why I was so excited. It eats all of the invasive species in my yard.
And nothing else. It's totally safe.
It ate all of the invasive plants.
Where are you going? What else did it eat?
It may have eaten some other plants that were a little close. And a few squirrels.
Squirrels?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
Is that a dog?
Scruffy.
Scruffy.
Yeah, the plant just likes its space.
The neighbor's dog. Old man Jenkins' dog, Scruffy.
Yeah. Maybe I should work on it a little bit more.
Yeah, you think? This thing's a menace. It's an absolute menace.
It just needs a little take.
Alright, I got out of there before that thing ate my candy too. After hearing some jokes and avoiding the kiss of death, I survived the Haunted Nature Center. Thanks to the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center for a great event. For Living, I'm Kyle Orzabach.
Have a happy Halloween.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shadbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
Now, some might think candy is the first priority, but everyone knows that safety is the most important thing when you're leading around your ghosts and goblins and ghouls. Our Stacey Sansatera sits down with Shelby PD to talk about how to be safe when you're walking around this Halloween.
Kids love the magic of autumn. Pumpkin patches, haunted houses, spooktacular events, and of course, Halloween.
As always, you're going to hear the sirens go off. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. You'll hear the sirens start off trick-or-treating, and at 8 o'clock it'll come to an end, and the sirens will be going off again.
Trick or treat!
And while chills and thrills are part of any fun Halloween night, it can also bring with it real safety risks this spooky season.
This time of year we do the same thing. We always talk about safety, about what's best for the kids. I always put strength in numbers. I think that you're far safer in a group than you are individually. I encourage parents to get involved, go with their children. Obviously the younger the kids, probably the more parents. Make it a family event, make it a social event.
And this social event also has some unseen dangers in the simplest form: costumes.
Make sure your costume fits properly. Make sure that you can adequately see. Carry a flashlight. Know your surroundings. Today, it's not uncommon for kids and parents to travel to other neighborhoods, to go to different neighborhoods to trick or treat. Well, become familiar before you get there.
And what about the candy? Because we all know it's all about the candy.
This is a big time. Kids are excited. They come home. I would tell every parent to do that healthy surveillance, look through your candy. We haven't had a problem. That hasn't been an issue, but I don't want anyone to be lax in looking at the candy. If things have been opened or tampered with, obviously throw it away. If you think something truly is wrong, you can always come to the station, if you feel like you know where the candy came from. And then just use your good sound judgment. If it doesn't look right or feel right, what's the harm in throwing it away?
Everyone loves a good scare on Halloween, but not when it comes to child safety. Rest assured, our Shelby Township Police Department are on it.
You're definitely going to have far more pedestrian travel in our neighborhoods. So all the cars during those period of times in the selected areas will spend more time in the residential neighborhoods, patrolling those neighborhoods, making sure that kids and parents are having a safe event, safe time trick-or-treating.
The Shelby Township Police Department emphasizes that a little common sense can go a long way in keeping our little monsters safe. For Living, I'm Stacey Sansatera.
With Halloween just around the corner, the Nature Center has something creepy and crawly for you. Don't worry, this is fake. Amanda introduces us to a tarantula named Mel Gibson, and tells us all about Spider Mania.
My name is Amanda, and I am an animal caretaker here at the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center. I'm here to talk to you today about Mel Gibson, who is our resident tarantula. He is an Indian ornamental tree spider, which is an old world tarantula found in India. And as the name suggests, he's found mostly in the trees there in the rainforest. and they spend most of their time up in the trees, in hollow trees and underneath the bark, and they eat insects, certainly like crickets and grasshoppers. Here at the Nature Center, he eats crickets. In the wild, when they can grow to be up to about 7 to 9 inches long, so they can even eat things like small nestling birds and mice and rodents and small lizards. Mel Gibson was donated to us by a family after the young man who had him had passed away. What I have here, Mel Gibson is a spider, so like all spiders, he wears a skeleton on the outside. This is a molt, so when they grow, they have to shed their exoskeleton, and then they grow to be bigger, and that's just how they grow and how they can attain a larger size. So here at the Nature Center, Mel Gibson spends most of his time in his hollow tree because he is a nocturnal spider, and so you can always see his molt that we have here on display even if he's not available. Spider Mania is on October 27th from 12 to 3 p.m. and it's 3 hours of good spider time. We're going to do some spider presentations. Of course, we'll have Mel Gibson on display as well as some other spider guests that are native to Michigan. And we're going to do presentations and have spider games and different spider crafts and other activities.
Water is important to the living community. The Department of Public Works understands this importance. That is why we're asking citizens to follow the policy of watering your lawn during non-peak hours by programming your irrigation systems to water between midnight and 5 a.m. But why does this matter to you? Simple. Pressure. When someone uses water at the same time, water pressure lowers. In order to stop that lowering pressure, water is added to the system to keep this pressure constant, meaning the more water you use while everyone is getting ready for work or coming home to cook dinner, the more inconsistent your water bill would be. By setting your irrigation systems to turn on between midnight and 5 a.m., it requires less water to be added to the system and results in consistent water bills. So please help your community save a little bit by setting your irrigation systems to turn on between midnight and 5 a.m. For more information, call the Shelby Department of Public Works at 586-731-5990 or email them at dpw@shelbytwp.org.
Running with Heroes is an annual 5K to benefit the Shelby Township Veterans Memorial. Our Arthur Schenk has more on the run for our hometown heroes.
For the past 6 years, the Shelby Township Municipal Grounds has been the location of a 5K run that has not only honored but celebrated those who have served in the military and helped protect this great nation. And come this November, it's happening again, and I don't think you're going to want to miss it.
So this is our 6th annual Running with Heroes 5K. As many of our residents know, that this 5K helps us raise money for our Veterans Memorial site here at the Shelby Township Municipal Grounds. It's a great way for our residents to be able to kind of hang out one-on-one with the veterans that we have in Shelby Township. We pride ourselves on our veterans community here, and they really do mean a lot to us, and their sacrifice and their service, being able to show our support for them means a lot to our community. We've seen residents of all ages come out and participate, as well as other community members who may not necessarily live in Shelby Township. We get kids that come in with their parents, anywhere from like 8 to 10 years old, all the way up to seniors in our community who are, in their 70s or their 80s. Whether they're veterans or not veterans, they just come out. It's a way for them to be able to enjoy themselves, support our veterans. All of the money that we raise goes back towards our memorial. So whether it's for maintenance and improvements or just up and coming projects that we have here, all of the money that we raise does in turn go back to our actual Veterans Memorial site here on the campus. So after our 5K, we're having our Veterans Day celebration. This year, both the 5K and this event are happening on Veterans Day, so we're trying to make it a big, come out and enjoy the day with us. We have our Veterans Day celebration starting at noon, and it goes until about 3. There's going to be activities for the kids, bounce houses. We're going to have our police department, our fire department out there with us. We're going to have hot dogs, coffee, donuts, cider. So it's just going to be a fun time for everybody. And then during the celebration, we're going to have our Veterans Day ceremony that begins at 1:30 at the memorial site. And this is a way for us to honor those who are able to come back and still be a part of our community with us. We're always looking for sponsors and volunteers for our events for both the 5K and our Veterans Day celebration. Any of the sponsors can reach out to us at the supervisor's office as well as the volunteers. Just let us know that they want to be able to help out the community and share their time with us. So registration for our race is $20 for residents or outside members of the community who wish to participate. If you want to register the day of, it's $25, and then as always, veterans are free to participate.
So don't miss out on what should be a lot of fun and for a great cause. And remember, you don't have to be a veteran to participate. For The Living Show, I'm Arthur Schenk.
Well, that'll wrap up this edition of Living in Shelby Township. Thanks for watching and have a very happy and very safe Halloween.